today's session. This is a real-time workout video, so if you choose you can work out in time with the video along with me. Otherwise, as with all the real-time videos, you can just watch it through, get a feel for what's going to happen, and then go it alone using your workout sheet and the timer. I'm going to be using a resistance band with some of the exercises. You don't have to, you can use your weight or you can use no equipment for that at all. It's very possible to get an excellent workout without the band. You're going to need a mat or some sort of soft cushioned floor because we're going to be down on the floor for some of the moves. And if you're not working out along with me, you're going to need your interval timer, and it's going to need to be set for 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. The 10 seconds is not so much a rest break, more a time when you're going to be getting set up for the next move. Obviously grab a sip of water, get your breath, do what you need to do, but do get in position for the next move because this workout actually is going to fly by. Those 30-second intervals are really quick and there's so much variety. It's actually a really fun session that goes by really quickly. I think you're going to love it. It's one of my favourites. I really enjoy it. Anytime you need more of a rest, as with any of these videos or any of the sessions, please do take it, press pause. I'll still be here when you've recovered. In fact, another aspect of today's session is that what we're doing here is spending a bit of extra time thinking about taking good care of ourselves, thinking about working at your own level, thinking about flexibility and mobility and staying injury free. And for that reason, I'm going to work through the warm up and cool down with you today. I'm going to do some warm up moves at the start and some cool down stretches at the end, just to put that bit of extra emphasis on how important those things are and how you should be doing them in every single session. Maybe giving you a few ideas for moves that you can do when you're doing those on your own. Okay, let's just start by loosening up. I don't know about you, I'm actually quite stiff and sore today, so this is as much for me as it is for you. Shake it all out, and just bring it into a light jog. Now I'm freestyling this warm-up, so I'm not going to worry about how many reps I get on getting a save amount on each side and that kind of thing. Just nice and casual, just easy into it. Try and bring the knees up a little bit higher as you start feeling warm. So what we want to do is you always want to start off nice and loose and easy pace, because if you jump straight into a workout without warming up first, the joints don't get time to lubricate themselves, and that's when the impact's going to be really harmful for your joints, and that's not good, especially if you get into later life. So by warming up gradually before our sessions, we're going to make sure we perform at our best in each session, and we're also making sure that we're looking after our bodies for the long term, because that's so important. Okay, now let's bring the legs out wide. Just activate a few more muscles now there, in the thighs. And back in. And let's bring the knees up high. Not going super fast. Engaging the core. Starting to think about keeping this area nice and tight. It's going to be a key component of this workout. As in so many of the exercises in Extreme Inferno, it's about we're learning to work our body as one unit here, firing up muscles across the body at each session, so that our form's really good, and also so that we get maximum burn. Now I'm bringing my knees up towards my bum. You can put your hands there if you want to. I can get them right there, but if you can't reach your heels up to your bum, that's okay. Just come to where it's comfortable. We're just working on warming up the muscles here. That's all we're doing. Okay, now shake it out again. Let's reach up. And the legs out wide. Reach up. And come down to a bit of a squat. And up. And squat a little bit lower each time as you start getting a bit looser. And breathe. Breathe really deeply. It's time to wake those lungs up, get that cardiovascular system ready for the workout ahead. I'm going to reach to one side and the other. Oh, that's a good stretch. Hold it for just a second at the top so you can really feel that down the side of your body and the other side. And then twist. Wake up that waist because we're going to hit those waist muscles today. Think about just pivoting from the waist. Try and keep the lower body, everything below the hips. Still, you're just pivoting from here. And then bring it into the legs. Twist around. And around. to, it's almost like a sort of lunge here, and reach down and reach up. You can hold your exercise ball or, I don't know, pet cat while you do this. If you need to hold something, but you can just pretend you've got a pet cat, like me. And the other side. So this knee's not coming too far forward, and the back is staying straight as you come down. Just waking up those muscles and joints again throughout the body. A couple more of these. And let's get those hamstrings, because I think it's so important to get those nice and warm before every session. Do some good mornings. So you've probably seen these before. Main thing to keep it in mind is that you're hinging from the hips. Don't bend the back, because you're not going to really get into that stretch if you bend the back forward. So you should be like flat, like a table. If you can come down further, that's okay. But don't come down further at the expense of bending your back like this. Keep it straight so that you're activating the hamstrings. A couple more of those. And then now, I'm going to step forward into a lunge. I'm going to keep this back leg straight. So I come down. And what I'm going to do is, I'll come down to this thigh is parallel to the ground, but just come down to where it's comfortable for you, but ideally you'll be here, knee over the ankle, and I'm going to raise the arms up into what they call, in yoga, they call this the crescent pose. It's a nice stretch of the front of the hip flexor here, which is, it's a really good stretch for anyone who does a lot of running or any sports really, and certainly the exercises that we're doing in the Extreme Inferno program. Come down with my palms inside the front foot here. What I'm going to do is open up. Now you might not be able to come up as high as I can here, but what I want you to focus on is that back leg stays straight. Think about pushing the knee up so it's nice and straight. This arm straight here underneath my shoulder, and I'm pulling the chest out. I'm pulling that shoulder back to get a good rotation in the chest. This arm's facing up to the ceiling. Look up at it if you can. Really feel it. And then I'm going to come back down. I'm going to step out into plank. And walk the hands back in. Another hamstring stretch here. Feel it for a second. Reach up through the body. I'm going to lunge forward on the opposite leg. So come down to that lunge once again. Palms on the floor. Back leg straight. Open out. It's such a good stretch. You can feel it in so many places. Take a few seconds to really feel it. Remember, you're rotating that chest from the waist. And back down into plank again. Let's make sure we've got that plank position correct. So your back's nice and flat. You're not arching up. You're not slumping down. This is how your plank should look, remember. And then walk the hands in. Get those hamstrings again. And come up. Let's take a couple more deep breaths. That's quite a strong stretch. And warm up the shoulders a little bit with some arm circles. Always, please make sure you warm up the shoulders before any session. Now this joint, quite prone to injury in a lot of people. There's a lot going on in this joint. And they can be a bit twangy on some people. But you get them nice and warm, take care of them. You should be okay. Focus on your form. And back. Can you feel that joint warming up now? I feel it. Okay, now bring the palms out. Bring the palms out and down. Really control this. Imagine you're pulling against resistance. You're pulling a heavy bar down. Activate those muscles between the shoulder blades. I'm going to come a bit closer to the camera. Hopefully you can see my muscles activating so you can see what's going on. So I'm engaged and I'm pulling. I'm making it work. Waking up those muscles in the back. And down. And one more. And down. So pull those shoulders back. If you do, so many people with today's modern lifestyles, you find yourself, your shoulders coming forward like this. We need to pull them back. Look how that improves your posture. As well as helping keep the shoulders good and healthy and injury free. Open them out. She'll feel that bit more across the chest down here. A great way to greet the day. And then come forward into a hug. Sometimes I call these tree hugs. Imagine you're hugging a big tree trunk. Really press forward, pull forward, and feel those muscles across the back opening up as you come into this. And then back into the chest, and the back, and the chest. And swing your arms again, loosen it up. I think we're ready.
Okay, let's get ready. If you haven't already got all your equipment handy, press pause and go and grab everything now, because you're not going to have time to go hunting around for things between the exercises in this video. You need your mat, resistance band if you're using that. You need to have some water handy, and I also recommend a towel because you're probably going to sweat. You can put all your equipment aside for this first move. Just stand up straight, take a couple of deep breaths and get ready for jumping jacks.
Right, my interval timer's set up. I'm just waiting for that first beep, so a couple of quick pointers while I'm waiting. As I mentioned, never ever worry about pressing pause if you need a little bit more time to rest and recuperate between the sets. Don't worry about if you need to watch them again to get your form right. That's the most important thing. Go at your own pace with every exercise. We're not trying to get tons of reps here. It's more about form. It's more about taking care of our bodies. And it's a really fun session. I'm really excited about this one. So we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1. Straight into star jumps. And the other thing I need to mention is that the transitions are really quick. So you've only got 10 seconds to take a quick break and go from one exercise to the other. And the cool thing is, this session, it just flies by. There's so much variety. We only do each move once for 30 seconds. So it's just jumping around and having a lot of fun, really. But it's going to be good for you too. Couple more. And that's it.
Right, now hit the floor and get into plank position, ready for mountain climbers.
Right, into mountain climbers. Now remember, this is more of a sort of steady pace recovery day. So, and we're still in the first couple of moves, so your own pace. Just wake the body up, feeling comfortable. But you can get a bit of speed going. The intervals are only short, remember. So don't worry about holding too much back. Just make it comfortable and enjoy it all.
Grab your band now and get ready for woodchop. You need to have your right foot on the middle of the band and you want to hold onto the handles with your hands close together.
Right, we're using a lot of control here. All these band exercises, the main thing I want you to keep in mind is do not let that band ping you back down. You're working against it, that's the whole point. You're getting resistance on the way up, you're fighting against it on the way down. Fantastic exercise for the waist, keeping the back flat, the core tight, control it, slow it down. It's not about getting loads of reps, it's about control, feel it.
We're going to do the other side now, so transfer the band so it's underneath your left foot.
And again, opposite side. God, I love this move. I feel it all the way up and down. And the waist to the shoulders, right across the whole body. And you know what that means? That means we're getting a really good burn. Great Inferno move. And remember, you're controlling it on the way up, you're controlling it on the way down, fighting against that band. Do not let it ping you back into place. And breathe.
You can put your band aside for this next move. It's good old high knees.
Bringing the tempo up again here. High knees. Start at a comfortable pace. Bringing the knees as high as you can, this is comfortable. And we'll try and increase the speed. You've got to make knees come up. Drive the knees up, pump the arms, back straight, core tight. Really work it. Only 5 seconds left to go. How fast can you go? How much have you got left? Keep going, just a couple more seconds, and you're done.
Grab your band and get into a wide leg squat position. You might want to double the band over or hold lower down than the handles so that you can get a good level of resistance to work the chest as we pull it apart.
Oh, these lentils fly or what? Look at what I'm doing here. My feet are wide, hips are coming straight down in between them. This band is out in front of me. It's not too close to my chest and it's not too high up. Level with the rib cage. Coming down between the feet there, stretching it out. I've got the band doubled over for extra resistance to really work my chest. And pulling it out as I go down. Feeling the resistance on the way down, squeezing the glutes and thighs.
Grab a sip of water if you need one now. Band goes to one side again for this next move. You've got burpees.
So once again, we have a wonderful opportunity to show our love for the burpee. Oh, I know some of you like to know about these, but I know you love what they do for your body. And you know, burpees told me to tell you that they love you too. So let's show them some love. Say it. I love burpees. Be more fun if you do. You're going to love them, even if you don't yet.
Okay, grab your band again for this one. Place the band underneath both feet. You should be standing with your feet about hip width apart, bent knees straight back.
Yeah, this is a great move for working off stress and aggression. Uppercut up against the resistance of that band. Don't let it pin you down too quickly. Bend on the knees, just dip down between those punches, keeping the back flat and straight. Really punch up. Feel it in the arms. Give it some grr. Come on. Just 5 more seconds. Really drive that fist up. On the other side.
Get down on the mat now and wrap your band around your right foot, holding onto a handle in each hand.
Now, if you've seen this exercise before, please correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, I've invented it. I've not seen it before. So both legs are very straight, both legs are off the ground, back straight, back off the ground, band wrapped around the foot here using a band, and we're just crossing over the ankles and back. It's not touching the ground in between, it's just coming back to separate one side of the leg. Feel it in your core. Really good exercise for across the whole of the core, especially the lower part of the abdominals.
We're going to do the other side now, so wrap that band around the opposite foot.
And again, on the opposite side. Key points are to keep your back very straight and still. Don't let the back round. Keep the legs straight, keep them off the mat. And the main thing is actually, don't let your hands come forward. Don't let the band pull your hands forward. You've got to keep that resistance if you're using the band. You've got to work against it. Keep crossing them over. Keep focused on keeping that back straight. And don't let the hands gradually come down. Keep that band good and taut. It's going to be worth it for the results.
Get set up in lunge position now, with the middle of the band underneath your front foot.
Okay, I'm in a lunge position, holding the legs very still, 90-degree angle in each leg, top thigh parallel to the ground. And all I'm doing is twisting the torso over that front knee, over the front thigh there. What you want to do is do not once again let the band pull your hands down. Keep it up there so that you can work against that resistance if you're using that. Work it. Think about that torso rotating from the waist and everything else stays still. You'll feel this in the legs as well. It's a full body exercise. And twist. And twist.
Opposite side now, so have the other leg forward with the band underneath the front foot.
Opposite side. Once again, lunge position, 90-degree angles. Key thing is to keep that back straight. Don't lean forward. Your shoulders are pointing up to the ceiling. And remember, you're not letting that band pull those hands down. You're keeping that resistance. You're working against it. You're keeping the legs locked and engaged to work the thighs, the buttocks, the whole body, the core, really getting involved here. Whittle that waist. A couple more seconds, that's all. How much can you turn?
If you need a drink, go and grab one now. You don't need any kit for this next move.
Okay, this one's fun. I've called it numpty jacks because most people, myself included, feel like a bit of a numpty when you first start doing these. It takes a while to get the coordination right, you're probably going to be all over the place. But keep going, have fun with it. It's a really great move to work the sides of that waist at the same time as getting a sweat on. See if you can speed up it for the last few seconds. Opposite elbow to thigh.
No kit needed again for this next move, just getting quite a wide leg stance with your palms held up. You can even get your claws out like me if you fancy it. Remember, it's all about moving those feet super fast in this one.
Okay, this is the neck bend. So get your claws out, get those feet moving fast. Just shuffle it out as fast as you can into the set position. And we're up. Fast, fast, fast. Set opposite side. And up. And moving. Really working out your agility and quickness in those feet. And set. And up. Agility. Fast feet. Set. Up. Fast feet. Really drive those feet up as fast as you can. And set. And up. Fast feet. Set. The last time.
Get face down on the mat, arms and legs extended, and lift both your arms and legs so that your back's engaged. We're going to call that Superman position for this exercise. From there, you're going to roll over into banana where the legs are up, the arms are up. You're engaging the abs. Back into Superman. Banana shape again. Superman. Roll back to banana. Can you get those shoulder blades up off the mat? Really engage the abs. Superman. Work the back. Back into banana. Superman, legs up, arms up, back into banana, keep those legs up, get the lower abs engaged. Superman, and we're going to roll for one last banana, really work the abs here, really crunch it in. Done. Only 5 exercises left to go now. No kit for this next move.
Okay, bend in the front leg. Drive that back knee up. Really work for it in this one. Engage the core. Drive the elbows down. Get some speed going. Think about crunching the abs in as that knee comes up. You've got to earn it in this move. So give it some go. Get that knee up as high as you can, as quickly as you can. And breathe.
Other side knee strike next. Here's a good chance to grab some water if you need it.
Okay, opposite side now. Drive that knee up. This is a move where you could just go through the motions and it'll be easy. If you want to recover for a bit, you can do that. But if you really want to get the burn, you're going to drive that knee up and think about really engaging those abs. Help pull the knee up. Drive the elbows down. Put some power into it. Give it some go because your whole body's getting involved with this. You're teaching your whole body to work as one unit.
Your band needs to be under both of your feet for this one. Feet parallel, about hip width apart.
Depending on the stiffness of band you're using and how far apart your feet are placed on that band, you might find this really quite challenging. Try not to have too much of a bend in the elbows. Keep the arms quite straight, the elbows just soft. Bringing them up parallel to the shoulders. Again, don't let the band ping you back down. Control it on the way down so that those muscles are working in all areas of the movement. They're working on the way up and then against the band to slow it down on the way down.
Set up with the band underneath both feet again for this one and get the handles up by your shoulders so you're ready to punch up over your head.
Another good move for stress busting here. I'm going to punch the air. My palms are turning inwards as I press up. And I'm not letting, once again, not letting that band ping the arm back down. I'm working against it with control on the way back down so that my shoulders are working throughout all phases of the movement. driving that fist up, controlling on the way down. Just a few more. I feel that you should too, if you've got the right band or weight.
Last exercise. Sit down on the mat and place the handles of your band over each foot. Then you're going to hold onto the middle of the band and lean back until you feel the abs engage.
This is a small but very intense movement. I'm not picking my legs up high. I'm going quite fast. The heels never come down onto the mat, they never touch the floor. I'm keeping my hands up high so that I can work against the resistance in that band. I'm not letting it pull my hands down. Key thing is to keep your back straight. Find that point where your abs really engage as you lean back and stay there. Don't let it come forward. That's what's going to give you the abdominal area that you want. Keep those legs fluttering. Don't let them come down. Back straight, core tight.
And you've finished already. Well done. All you've got to do now is relax as you stretch out and take care of those muscles.
Oh, well done. That's another session in the bag, and certainly one your body's going to thank you for. Now we get to cool down and stretch. So let's start out with the hamstrings, which is a really important muscle to stretch. I'm going to do one leg at a time first of all. So I'm going to start with the right leg, bending the left knee in. I've got my sole of my foot against my thigh here. I'm going to lean forward, straightening the back up, keeping the back straight. I'm not arching forward. I'm trying to hinge forward from the hips so that I can really feel that stretch down the back of this leg. Hold it for 4 breaths. 4 deep breaths. Should feel good. Same as the warm-up stretches. You're not forcing it, never painful. Just to the point where you can feel it stretching out. And that's when you're going to get more flexibility in the muscles, not by forcing it, because then the muscle's going to tense up. You've got to ease into it. Let the body release at its own pace. 4 more breaths on this side. Don't worry if you're hanging on up here, if you can only lean forward a little bit. More important to keep the back straight and feel the stretch in the right places rather than arching forward or trying to force it. In the thighs, I'm going to open up into what they call cobbler's pose, I believe, in yoga. And I'm going to press the knees down. I'm hanging onto my ankles and pressing the knees down, using my elbows. I'm a little bit tight in this position, particularly today, so you might be able to come further forward than me. And you will find in every stretch, as with any exercise, you'll be able to do more on some days than others. Don't worry about it, that's normal. Yeah, really opening out those hips. It's so important to get those hips open. And to do a little bit more for those hips, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come onto my back. And I'm going to cross my left ankle. Doesn't matter which you start with, but I'm going to cross one ankle across the other thigh. And reach the opposite leg straight up, bring it up, so I can feel a bit of a hamstring stretch in here as well now. Wrap my hands around, lie flat back on the mat and pull so that you can feel that stretch in here. Now if you don't feel that, fold this leg down, grab under and pull in. Don't get yourself in a knot. Don't worry, you'll be able to get out alright. Just pull it in. Yeah, I can feel that now. In the hip and in that side of my bum. And breathe, always relax. Okay, so opposite side, opposite ankle, over the other thigh, not directly on the joint, just above the ankle really, on the lower leg there. So remember, you've got the option of a straight leg, getting a bit of a hamstring stretch at the same time, but if you don't feel that in the outer hip, you can grip on the outside there and pull in. So shoulder blades go back down the mat and pull. Use your arms to pull that in until you're at the point where you can feel the stretch. And relax, let it open out. Okay, I'm going to come back up. I'm going to come around so that I can stretch my hip flexor. Okay, so I put one leg forward like this, and keep my knee down, and I'm just going to arch it forward to a point where it's comfortable so that you can feel the stretch in here. I can come quite far forward in this one, but I've been doing it a long time. I can also feel it up the front of my abdominal area here. Just going to open that out. I'm going to come back down and reach forward. Down the leg, try to straighten this leg up as much as you can. Bring the toes up a little bit. Switch sides. So this foot goes flat. I come forward. Feeling the stretch in the front of the hip, right up the front of the body. Easing into it for a couple of seconds. A couple of breaths. And I'm coming back, straightening out this leg, letting the toe come up, reaching forward. I can feel that down my back, I can feel it at the back of my leg. Bring both legs together and open out that chest again. Bring it forward, so stretching through the back again. Really reach, really open through every stage of the movement. So we finished our session now. Pulling those shoulder blades down again like we did at the start. And down. Down the back. And reach up. And you know, it's always nice to finish with a good full body stretch. Lying down on the mat. If you want to take a nap here, be my guest. Reach out through the toes, through the arms. Feel that stretching out the abs. Feel it loosening up the spine. Bring the toes to your fingertips and then just release.